And we are live. This is the Booktube Goddess doing a get ready with me. And please sound off in the comments if anyone's here. Otherwise, I will be doing my makeup to shoot some videos later today. Okay, do I have comments on? So hey, Cappuccino, yay. Always paranoid that I'm going to be the only one here. And thank you again for joining me. I was going to do the sparkly eyebrows again. Hey, Lori Romer, and hello, Lynette. Yay. And I have this chunky glitter that I was going to try for the eyebrows. And I got messed up because I got pink on my forehead. So I was like trying to deal with that this morning. So the question is, what color or colors should I just do purple and orange again? I kind of like that combination. I also like purple and yellow, but yellow just doesn't seem to come up very strong. Willy Wonka. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with purple and orange again. Good with that top. Yay, okay. I think I do purple on the inside and orange. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll do orange on the outside. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, I want to shoot at least 3 videos today. Still not sure what they're going to be. But I only filmed 1 video last week, which was the Alexa Dunn interview. And weirdly, I was like nervous interviewing her. And but I think it turned out pretty well. And I'll release that on the 27th. And I think it was Lynette who, oh, hey, Kayla. I think it was Lynette who found the video. It was unlisted, but I had put it on like the I think the miscellaneous group of videos. And so I don't know if you watched it, Lynette, but and it's funny because I kind of like logged off real quick after I was talking to her. Maybe I'm going to try like a little yellow streak on the inside here. That's looking. Okay. My problem is blending. Nothing. Did not watch much of it after you said that Alexa had to watch it first. Well, I don't. She didn't really have to watch it first, but I just wanted to give her the opportunity. Since this was for a, I think it's called a book tour. So the so it's sort of this social media blitz where, like, every day a blog and maybe a Booktube video, like 2 or 3 reviews or interviews would be released. And I have to say, I did not like whoever organized this review or this tour. Because the only other tour I did was Eric from Break Even Books. I signed up for his tour of this. It was another thriller, ironically. But it was basically, on this day, just release something, and I released a book review. And on this one, I had signed up, well, I'll do a makeup look or an interview, and they put me down for both. And then I didn't get any information. I got no contact information on how to do the interview or how to get in touch with Alexa to do the interview. And so a couple weeks ago, I finally thought, well, I better see if I can get in touch with her. Fortunately, I was able to reach her on, I think, Twitter. And she was very kind to schedule the interview when I was in drag. But then it was like pulling, what was it, like pulling teeth? I was just getting no information about this tour. But then I think yesterday or the day before, they sent me this saying, oh, be sure to include all this in your video, show the cover at least 3 times. I don't think I did that. There was a giveaway that I totally blanked on. I said nothing about a giveaway, and I just didn't feel it was very professional. But that's kind of okay because it's free. It's like they do this service for the author for free. So it's, and during this arranging this tour, I think Alexa's the marketing director or marketing person quit at her publishing company, and then someone else had to take over. So there's just a lot of things going on that just made things a little strange to organize. But Kipchi, sounds a little chaotic. Sorry, it was so poorly organized. Yeah, it really was. It really wasn't organized well. And I don't know what issues anyone else had, but the email said, oh, I'm sorry, this has been the most disorganized tour we've ever done. I'm like, okay. Forward to watching your interview. Yes, releasing on the 27th on Thursday. I guess authors haven't been able to do many real live tours in the last year. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Okay. It's trying to make sure this purple shows up. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to do on that. Let's go ahead and cut the crease. So reading wise, I finished I should get the big mirror. I finished Witches Steeped in Gold, and it definitely picked up. I was saying like last week I was saying I was kind of disappointed. Oh, wait a sec. I didn't do black. Okay. Last week I was saying Witches Steeped in Gold was really slow. I was like halfway through it. It was super slow. I didn't like the pacing of it. And like the most exciting or momentous event up through that point took place off screen where you didn't even see it happen. So I think it was Eric from Break Even Books was saying, oh, I hope you enjoyed the, oops, I went up too high, shit. Saying, oh, I hope you enjoyed the Witches Steeped in Gold. Commented on, I forget where he commented. And I was like, I'm having a little trouble with it. And I think he said he understood what I was saying because the writing is really uneven, in my opinion. And but he said the second half really picked up, and he was right. The second half of the book was much faster paced. I felt like I was going through it much quicker. But still, I gave it overall 3 stars. Wasn't a horrible book, but I'm not sure I'm going to pick up the sequel. I'll just say that. And the other book I finished was the audiobook version of Pride and Premeditation, which the audiobook, I really recommend the audiobook. It was a lot of fun. Okay, catching up. Yeah, no real life tour. Hey, Fit, Kid Vaccine, Booktube Goddess, and the gang, Kid Soccer, busy. Oh, how'd you like it, Lynette? I'd like another opinion on it. Oh, thank you. The gang is all here. Like I said, the voice of the writing was very Jane Austen-like, but the audio narrator just put it like over the top. It was so fun. I don't read a lot of mysteries, so I can't really say whether it's a great mystery or not. I would say that it was moderately predictable, but here's the thing. It's not a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, but it takes the characters in Pride and Prejudice and they pretty much are the same as in the book in terms of their nature or their characterization. So you kind of know, if you know the story, and I'm sure most of us do, so you kind of know like who's the bad guys and who's the good guys. So there wasn't a lot of, I mean, there were some twists, but at least for me, I kind of saw them coming. I was like, oh, I hope well, I won't spoil it, but I think a lot of that had to do with, these characters already. They're put in different situations. So as a mystery with surprise twists, maybe not so much, but just as a fun reading exercise, I thought it was good. The other thing was when I read the blurb, when I picked it up for Shelve It or Shove It, I kind of thought it was a reimagining of the Regency period where women weren't treated as chattel. But it kind of isn't. It's not that alternative. But Lizzie, the main character, Elizabeth Bennet, is trying to become a barrister. I was wondering, well, what about other female barristers? But apparently there are no other female barristers. So she's trying to break the glass ceiling during the Regency period, which was kind of neat. And I liked that it wasn't just a romance, just wasn't a Mr. Darcy in this reimagining is a barrister or solicitor in another competing law firm that's bigger than her father's firm. Anyway, I think it'd be fun to see it as a Netflix or a I just wiped out all the purple. I thought Pride and Premeditation was okay. I like mysteries, but cozy mysteries are usually not my thing. I agree, it was a little predictable. Are there certain genres or writing styles, tones that you prefer to listen to rather than read in text? I've just been, let me see this. I agree, Goddess. If you're familiar with the original work, not much about who the bad guys were. Yeah. Thank you, Lori. I'm still trying to find my feet with audiobooks. I do kind of prefer if, well, this isn't true because I've read some with multiple points of view that I've enjoyed. So much depends on the audio actor. Because there are good ones and there are not so good ones. A really good audio actor can really carry the story. But I kind of prefer if there's just a single point of view. And what else? A strong voice, narrator, I mean, writing voice and narrator voice, but also a strong writing voice. Oh, this is some gold. This gold shadow I'm trying to pop the yellow. But other than that, I haven't, well, I guess I've read this YA Jane Austen young adult mystery. That's a very specific genre. Like that one a lot. What else have I read? I've read some fantasy. If you like gun, what do they call it? Black powder fantasy with guns in it. I really love the Black Powder Mage series. And I read listened to the 2 books of the second series as an audiobook. The narrator was fantastic. Fit, if you're not, is he still here? If you're not that familiar with fantasy books, you might be interested in the Black Powder Mage because it's not high fantasy. It's sort of a different subgenre of fantasy that I just think you would like the Black Powder Mage series. And then I read listened to the Licanius trilogy, which were these big, thick tomes, and I enjoyed that a lot. One thing about that one, it had multiple points of view, but it stuck with like entire chapters from one point of view. And when I did the Arcadie's Memory Called Empire, Desolation Called Peace, that duology, the second book, it switched point of view within a chapter, like had like 2 or 3 points of view in a single chapter. Did not quite enjoy that as a fantasy book. I listened to the Infinity Sun, which was a young adult fantasy. Did not like that one. And a lot of it had to do with the narrator, but the book itself had some issues. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Oh, I don't think there is a specific fan or genre that works, that I prefer in audiobook. Okay. Fungus, yes, yes. Exactly, Cappuccino. It's just a fun, comforting read, palate cleanser, if you will. It's a very short book. My wine wanders too much. Yeah, a lot of people say that, and I had trouble with that too. If I'm jogging, I can kind of focus on it. Some people like do puzzles while they do it, just to have something monotonous to do, or knitting. Cappuccino, I think you said you knit. But yeah, it's kind of a skill to get used to listening to audiobooks if you're not used to it. They always make me fall asleep. Yeah, I only do it while I jog. I only do audiobooks while I jog. I have never read any David Sedaris. Isn't that weird? Page 300. I think my next fantasy will be the one that you recommended me previously. I had to look up to see what it was, but that was probably the first one I do. I don't remember what I recommended. Use my Audible credit to get. You guys are like doing a readathon, not a readathon, a book club with Project Hail Mary. Yeah. Oh, are they? I love Robin Hobb, one of my favorite authors. Oh, Cutting the Crease. That's what I was doing. Cappuccino, I've set up your Libro FM and may keep going without a membership and see how it goes a la carte. Yeah, I have terrible memory. Oh, I'm reading now another cozy mystery. What's it called? Mrs. Pinkerton. It's by the I forget the name of the author, but she's known as the American Agatha Christie. And it's written in the first person, and I guess it was written in like the 40s. And you would think first person 40s, it would be really dated, but I'm finding the voice of the author to be, quite modern. The main character, or I guess it's a cozy amateur detective, is a nurse who helps the police out, which is kind of interesting. So let's catch up. Yeah, maybe you're right, because I've been trying to, when I did do audio, I was trying to find like the big long 20-hour audiobooks just so they would last a long time. But it's funny you say Robin Hobb books are long, and I guess they are, but when I start one, I'll read it really fast. I mean, she's one of those writers where I pick her up and I just fly through it. Your library sucks for audiobooks. Are Nordic mysteries. Oh, is that like the girl with the dragon tattoo? I think I'm going to try to stamp some yellow on the lid. Maybe this. I just kind of made a mess there. And doke. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have? Yeah, I have this kimchi yellow stuff. I wonder what. This may look crazy, but I'm gonna. Oh my God. I didn't notice it was doing that. It's the green screen. Look at that. Okay, I think we better change this. Oh, let's catch up. Oh my God. Keep it going no matter how long the page count is. I do have seen, yeah, I saw the I guess Danish movie was much better, I thought, than the American one. You may like Beach Bum Booktube's channel. She does almost exclusively cozy. Well, the only reason I'm doing this, okay, what am I going to do with these eyebrows? Or this eye shade? Let me put the yellow on this side just to make them even. And then I think I'm going to put orange. Thanks, Louise. Okay, so we're going to go over this with orange. Try a different shade of orange so it doesn't match quite. I thought this was a different shade of orange. But, the hazards of using green screen. Yeah, that's better. Oh, you read The Girl with Dragon Tattoo. It was great, but also difficult for me. The violence and the content were almost too intense for me. Not quite, but definitely pushing limits. Oh, it's Swedish. Okay. But I found The Girl with Dragon really predictable. Huh. I don't actually remember the plot that well, and I've only seen the movies. I'm not really that interested in cozy mysteries. I like watching them on TV more than I do reading them. The only reason I'm doing it is because I'm trying to do a collaboration with the other drag queen booktuber, say Kevi. And Kevi is really interested in cozies. So we picked one book from my TBR, which was Pride and Premeditation. And then I picked a book from Kevi's TBR, which was the Miss Pinkerton Cozy Mystery. And it's kind of fun just to read outside the genres you normally read. I think I've mentioned before my first adult book or grown-up book that I read was a mystery. And I think I read it when I was like 8 or 9 years old. And I think I read it because I had a little crush from the guy on the cover. Kind of looks like Roddy McDowall. Anyway, it was a Mrs. Polfax book. And she's a retired widow. I don't know if I can't remember if she had a profession previously, but her dream in life was to become a CIA agent. And so she just shows up at the CIA one day. And through some sort of mix-up, she ends up getting placed on assignment. And it's a cute little storyline. Trying to find I guess just use this. The other cozy mystery I really liked was Nero Wolfe. And again, it's only because my father was super into Nero Wolfe, so he had like every Nero Wolfe book on the bookshelf. And I think I've read some Agatha Christie, and I've read a few mysteries. But I much prefer fantasy and science fiction. And horror, once in a while. Actually, I haven't read a really good horror book in a while. I've read a few of the new Stephen King's, and I guess Clive Barker he's my favorite horror author, Clive Barker, but I don't think he writes much anymore. Okay, let me catch up. Andy Weir in Space. Murder, She Wrote. Yeah, I love Murder, She Wrote. Always love watching Murder, She Wrote. Yes. Oh, is Fit off to soccer? Alrighty. Midsummer Murders, also the Murdoch Mysteries. What was that one with, it was a PBS or BBC about the monk that was it was a guy that played I, Claudius. Is that the Cadfael? Yeah, the British mysteries are the best. Murdoch's is set in Canada in late Victorian. God, I ended up doing huge wings today. But are these eyes at all even? Oh well. It is what it is. Cadfael, yes. Oh, that talking about monks. I did like that Monk, the American series Monk, about the detective with, what did he have? Like OCD, maybe different types of personality disorders. Okay, but Murder Capital, yes. I haven't read any of the books, but BBC generally does good adaptations. And I like the Hercule Poirot's series. I like that more than the Miss Marple series. I don't know if it's the actors or the stories or what. Trying to deepen the lines here. Okay, I think I'm going to brush off the bake and go forward. Anne Swindon set Handful of Years After the Plague. I don't know that one at all. Sounds interesting. Okay. Oh, do I look gray again? I don't understand why sometimes I look gray on the monitor. You know what? I'm going to take this bronzer and try to warm up my face just a little bit. Now my face looks white. Oh well. Moving on. Swinfin. Yeah, I don't know that book at all. Oh, I'm actually looking to read get a new audiobook. I was thinking about doing Legendborn. Because I was going to do that for that readathon I'm doing this month, and I haven't even started it. But if anyone has any suggestions for an audiobook, I mean, the two books that I have picked for an audiobook that I haven't what am I saying? The two books that I have yet to read for the readathon, the Star Wars readathon, is Legendborn and the sequel to Devouring Grey. And it's strange because I haven't heard anything about the Devouring Grey. And that was, the sequel to the Devouring Grey. Because the Devouring Grey itself, there was a lot of hype. And for whatever reason, the sequel didn't get much hype. Or maybe it was just a Booktube favorite. Oh, shoot. The other book I have to read was the Rebecca Roanhorse middle grade book. Oh, I'm so behind on reading. Oh, well. I am so stressing this month because I am selling my house. I should say our house. And we have to move like in a month. And I'm thinking about moving to another state, but it's so hard to find things remotely. I mean, obviously, you want at least a year lease. It's just a lot of stress. And any of you who have moved know how stressful it can be. Okay. I think the eyes are done. Except for the eyelashes, of course. Oh no, I have to do the inner. Oh, it's always something. Like the Barker and the Llewellyn series by Will Thomas. Don't know that one. It's set in Victorian London. There's representation of various minority groups. Jewish, Chinese, Irish, etc. Interesting. I don't know these series. Oh, surrealist artist Leonora Carrington was sent to a very strange old lady's home. Huh. Maybe I'll do the hearing trumpet. I'm looking at, oh, you're looking at a part of Lori. I know how it is. I last moved 14 years ago. Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter, and the whole trilogy is really enjoyable in audiobook. Is that a mystery or a fantasy or both? Okay, let's go to lips. Moving is hard and finding a place. It goes well for both of you. Thank you. 29 years. I've only have 2 homes in the last 43 years. I've actually moved around a bit. Some friends have told me, oh, I remember you used to move a lot. But the older you get, the harder it gets. Part of the reason is the more crap you collect. I've been in the same boat in a year or two, not looking forward. Yeah, it's over 30 years. Holy smokes, Lori. I'm looking at Nevada. I mean, the 2 states I'd probably move to are Nevada or stay in California. And in Nevada, I'm kind of looking at Las Vegas, which I know sounds crazy, but Las Vegas is a huge city that's spread out. And what people think of Vegas is just a tiny little strip in the center of Vegas where all the casinos and whatnot is. But there's so much outside of the strip. And I kind of want to go to warmer weather. And of course, Vegas is in a desert, so it is quite warm. But I actually grew up in a little place called Hemet, California, which is next to Palm Springs, which is also a desert environment. You know what? Let me outline with this first. Shoot. The thing just broke. And I'm just going to go with the flash palette and try to. Yeah, he collects so much stuff over the years. Can't live in the desert, but it suits. Yeah, it's not for everyone. Books and craft supplies. Why am I not surprised? Okay. And go in with the red. I think I may keep my lips matte. I was thinking about doing the red glitter. Well, maybe I will anyway. Okay, let me just do these eyebrows. I wanted to try this pinkish purple glitter. Okay. I've actually gotten rid of tons of books through moving. Okay. I'm going to be leaning over so I don't make a mess. Okay. So what do you think? These are the shiny, sparkly eyebrows. Do the other side. Oops. It's like a vegan glitter glue. Oh. This is a little messy. Okay. Oh, you need to see mountains. Actually, in Nevada, there's a lot of mountains in Nevada. Donation charity. Oh, schools appreciate craft supplies. You know, I don't think I will because I only have like 2 bookshelves full of books right now because I've been, for the past, I don't know, 15 years, I've been pretty much doing ebooks. Got rid of about 400 books. And water, ocean. Yeah, I kind of will miss the ocean. Where do you live, Lynette? I mean, state-wise. I don't want to know your address. No, I think I am going to do my lips, but I want to clean up these eyebrows a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the glitter lips too. Okay. And some glitter lips. Okie dokie. A Pacific Northwest. Yeah, that's where my friend just moved, to Seattle. Oh, Hobart. Right. So yeah, I have no idea about the mountains, but I'm sure you know about the oceans. I'd love to visit Tasmania. One day, maybe. Gotta have glitter everywhere. Okay. So I'm going to do eyelashes. But I'm going to cut my eyelashes because the last time I've been doing them, they've been kind of really poking me like right on the corner here. And I know one drag queen, Jackie Beat, she says she always cuts her eyelashes, and I never have. But just having I'm just going to cut them a little bit. Okay. This is much more comfortable. Hopefully it doesn't look too weird. So I have these two little things. I could put them like here. Nah, changed my mind. Lemonade stand. Glitter adds pop. Thank you. And we have another person joining us, Ms. or Mr. or the lemonade stand. Oh, another down under person. Well, I have makeup that's several years old, but it's by someone who's not very popular on the internet anymore. Redacted star, shall we say. But I also have used, some of this Charlie and the Chocolate Factory makeup. This is by a makeup company called Storybook Cosmetics, and the makeup cases are in like book designs. I think there's like the Hound of the Baskervilles. I think there's a Jane Eyre. So they're all book related palettes. And I think they have some Sherlock Holmes brushes. So like the ends of the brushes are like magnifying glasses and stuff like that, which I would love to give, but that's might be a little extravagant for me. Okay, so I grabbed the purple wig today. You have two of his palettes of Redacted Star. Oh, do you have Storybook? Oh, you're a makeup hoarder. Yeah. I don't have that much makeup, actually. I have the palettes by Redacted Star, and I have Storybook. And then I have one palette by Pinky Lee, I think it's called, who is I believe a Latino-owned makeup brand. I find it. Yeah. Pinky Rose. Oh, which you can't, which is in the green screen. Oh, here we go. I think it's the Pinky Rose. Anyway. I need to spray the bangs on these or something. Okay. I'll hit this with hairspray later. So how are we looking? It's kind of fun watching makeup brands and makeup tutorials. And I believe this is our final look. It's actually supposed to be purple and orange today. There's orange on the outside, a little bit of yellow. Oh, thank you. Purple wig. Annette likes the purple wig. Pinky Rose, you've heard great things about. There's so many great brands out there. Oh yeah, I do have some of kimchi. What does she call these? Sharts? Anyway, I do have some kimchi stuff as well. I would love to get some Trixie Cosmetics. Thank you, Cappuccino. You can go back to, oh, shoot, 6:22 a.m. Yikes. Hey, Lori. Lauren Lullabies. Hi, you made a live. Well, you almost made a live. I think I'm about done. Yeah. Yeah, one thing, I'm not monetized. So one of the reasons I really want to get monetized is just to get money to help justify buying like a new wig or more makeup and stuff like that. Because I know I do cut corners when it comes to drag, but maybe one day. Oh, I do like this wig with this. And I think maybe next week I won't do the glitter eyebrows again. It's like the third week in a row I've done them. Yes, Lynette, you're a trooper for getting up so early. I don't know where you are, Lauren Lullaby, but it's 1:30 p.m. for me. Yeah, drag can be... I'll probably spend several thousands of dollars on this channel, which it's fine. It's a hobby. I can afford it. Thank you. Okay, everyone. Thank you once again for popping by. Thank you for watching paint dry. You are literally watching paint dry when you see me do my makeup. And I hope to see you again next week. I'll try to give advance notice if I can't come on a Saturday, because I am in the process of moving and all that. But I'll try to as long as I can. Okay, so may all the books you read be blessed. And